So, those of you may know, you may not know, that I'm currently waiting for a Jinbao Bruticus. It hasn't arrived yet. Unfortunately, it's in customs, it's got held up. I'm going to have to pay about 30 quid custom fees for it. And chances are, because Parcel Force are completely goddamn useless and won't accept me paying the money before they send me the letter through the post, because this is still the 1920s, that it's probably going to be next week now before I actually get my hands on it. There's a couple of us on the Robot Wankers group that have actually purchased this. There's myself, Borders Dude, and Junk Heap Dave. Dave's actually arrived this morning, and I'll try and put a few pictures maybe here while I'm talking that he's sent through to me recently. It looks good quality. Dave's really happy for it, whatever. He says there's only a couple of issues he's noticed so far. For example, Brawl doesn't roll, it hasn't got wheels underneath, and apparently the antennae on the top are like javelins, they're really sharp, so you need to be careful with those. But he seems very, very happy with it. So you're probably thinking, Rich, well, why are you talking to us about a toy that you haven't got yet? And you know what, I thought this kind of gives me an opportunity to share a little story about why Bruticus is kind of special to me and why I'm really looking forward to this toy. And it stems back a long, long way back to the 80s, and to this guy. This is my first ever Transformer. And he does tend to fall apart because he is old and he has been played with by a heavy-handed kid, me, for a long, long time. He's the one that started it all for me. And I'll tell you a little story about how I got him, and it's some of my earliest memories. And you know what? Sometimes we moan about going, oh, that bot's rubbish, or that's first-party trash, or KO shouldn't do this. And you know what? I thought I'd share some positivity and some of the happy memories that the Transformers have brought to me, if that's okay. So I remember sitting there with my mum, and I must have only been about 4 or 5. I wasn't very old at all. And we were sitting there, and I was looking through the K's catalogue. If you remember the K's catalogue, it's a bit like these very catalogues or whatever it is of today. You used to buy stuff, and generally it's about £100 more than what it is in the shops, but you can pay it in instalments. You know the stuff. And later in life, it was really useful for the lingerie sections and the swimwear sections in the summer in my teenage years, but we won't go into that. But I remember sitting there, my mum going, do you want one of these? And I remember seeing, I can still see it clear as day, the catalogue, and it had a picture of Defensor and a picture of Bruticus. And I remember the conversation with my mum, and she said, do you want the ones with the ambulances and the police cars, or do you want the one with the tanks and the helicopter? And I must have obviously said the tanks and the helicopter because I got Bruticus. But I remember waking up on my birthday morning. It definitely was my birthday. Definitely my birthday. Because I remember seeing these 5 Transformers, and it wasn't in like a gift set box or anything like that. It was in individual packets. So Onslaught in his box, and then the individual carded figures. And they were wrapped up in, I can see it clear as day, it's kind of a blue football paper, your typical 1980s kind of tacky wrapping paper. I remember ripping these guys open. Don't remember playing with them that day, but I do remember going downstairs at that point, and I walked downstairs and there was this box up in the corner, and I thought that wasn't there last night. So I wandered over and had a look and had a little bit of a sneaky peek. And it was this guy, Power Master Optimus Prime. I didn't actually open him or was given him until later on in the day. I must have been playing with Bruticus or whatever it is. But I remember being given him. And also, you know, the Micromasters, the little police set. I forget what they're called. There's a police car, fire engine, a boat, and I think an ambulance. I think I've got them somewhere. Not the fire engine though, I don't know where that went. But yeah, so I picked up this guy as well. It's crazy to think that a little boy sitting there picking an item out of a catalogue, a toy that his mum and dad were buying for him on his birthday, his 4th, 5th, 6th birthday, whatever it was. It's crazy to think that almost 30 years later, I'm sitting here talking to you guys holding this thing. This thing made such a massive impression on my life, and you know what? It really is it's a moment where it was never the same again. I mean, I had other toys that I had. I had Ghostbusters, I had Visionaries, I had G.I. Joe, Star Wars. I had all these little fads. But at the end of the day, this was, well, sounds corny, but this is the true love. This is the one thing that has always and will always make me happy. It's a silly thing, but you think, well, I'm a 32-year-old man who still holds on to his childhood, and there is an element of that. There's an element of just like playing with pieces of plastic, and you know what? That's cool. Let's not try and philosophise collecting toys, but it's crazy to think that this is the one that started it all, and I'm so proud and happy that A, my parents made me look after him, and B, I did. And if you look at him now, I mean, there's 1 or 2 pieces missing off him. I've lost Onslaught's chest plate. His guns always fall off. They've fallen on the floor. I'll pick them back up later. But yeah, it's crazy to think that this guy has been part of my life, well, for a long, long time. He's the guy that started all of these and all of those and all the 8 bleeding crates up in the loft that I don't even know what I've got up there. And it's a real nostalgic feeling, and I'm happy to still have him. And I hope that understands now why I've kind of done this video. So I set a challenge to anyone who's watching this video, either by do a response video if you like, or leave comments below. Let me know what was your first Transformers memory. Let me know why. What was the thing that made you hooked onto these things? What are the memories? Is it having a toy as a kid? Is it seeing the show? What was the first Transformer you've got? I think it's quite a powerful, nostalgic feeling, and it's a very positive message, and that's what I wanted to put across. That these things have had a positive influence on all our lives. Maybe not ROD Starscream, but there you are. But these things have had a great impact on our lives, so I'd be really keen to see how it begun for you.